everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. A lot of you have been asking how I reaccommodated my dolls after I got the new dolls from Modern Doll, so I'm just going to kind of show you where I fit them in. I put 3 of them on this shelf. So I put my Briar by Forever Virginia on this shelf, and I put my Little Stella and Little Pearl by Connie Lowe on this shelf. Now, Maylee and Hazel were not on this shelf before, but I wanted all of my Stella squad to be together, so I put them there. So all of my Connie dolls are on this shelf now. Here, there was some space like in front of this stuff. I don't necessarily love cramming my dolls in like this, but the only other option is to sell. And right now, y'all, I just don't have anything that I want to sell. I mean, everything is, you know, I love my pigeon dolls back here, so I've got them all together, and I got all my hushes together. So I like to keep my artist dolls together by artist when I can, so that's what I did with the Connie Lowe dolls. Now, the 2 Birdie and Creedy dolls that I got, I put them in the shelf that the Connie Lowe dolls were in before, so they just barely fit in there. Talita and Annabelle, they're a little short for that. I'm thinking of having them sent off to Charlene Smith for new face-ups. I saw someone that got an Annabelle and sent to Michelle Ulrich for a new face-up, and she looked really good. So either Charlene or Michelle, I'm thinking of doing that. Not right now, but at some point. So that's how I accommodated them. My Tonner doll, my Deja Vu, I put her here in front of Newt. I think they make a good pair. I'm not sure. I forget which year Imogina's from. I don't remember if she's from the 20s or the 50s, but I'm thinking maybe the 20s because she's got that short flapper hairstyle. I'll have to double check, but she makes a good companion to Newt, I think. So I put her there. Right now things are still a little bit of a mess, but I put my Judy Porter kid here in my Blythe diorama since she's sort of Blythe-like. I also moved Neferkane's Mystery here. She's really loose, and so she's having a hard time standing on her own. I need to tighten her up at some point, but that's why I moved her here seated. And my 2 new dolls from Noonie Dolls are also here until I find a good place from them. So that is a Blythe diorama. But actually, this is supposed to be my Blythe diorama that Shira made me, and it's kind of cleaned it out, and it's got, well, it's not cleaned out at all. It's got some different clothes and things, and my dolling dolls are there. I also have my 2 Tonners here along with Miss Ross. I know they're just sort of crammed in here. But, you know, I want to display all my Tonner dolls together, and the rest of my Tonners are up on top of my shelf there. And these Tonners will not fit up there. There's just not enough space. So I'm just kind of thinking about how can I reaccommodate those to go in here. Now, the next dolls I got that are new are in this cabinet. I got my Diana Child here, so I put her in there with the little darlings, and I've got my Attiku here. She is blocking my doll from last year, so I need to kind of set her differently. So there we go, so we can see that pretty face. And then I put my Ren here as well. Now, I know I didn't get him from Modern Doll, I didn't get Attiku from Modern Doll, but they were 2 dolls that kind of arrived at the same time that I had to accommodate. And of course, my Momonita from Modern Doll is in here too. So in this shelf there are 2 dolls from Modern Doll plus 2 other dolls whose faces just came back. Now, the ones I really need to work on are my Rose BB Flockling dolls. I want to give them their own diorama of like a little fantasy diorama, because I have 2 more coming. I have 2 Shoo-Hoos coming. I'd like to get one of the original version Shoo-Hoos. I don't have one of those, but I would love to have one of those. So right now they're just sitting here on the edge of my shelf. They're blocking my Cream Soda Ivy, and I want her. I actually probably put her in the same display with them because she's kind of in that same fantasy genre. So I think that's what will happen with them. But for now, I've got them sitting here until I'm able to get that done. Remy and Wesley came over here, and I stuck them on my SD shelf, and they are not going to be able to hang out here long. Again, I want to make my own I want the Rose BB Flockling dolls to have a little fantasy area. I'll probably put my Mosslings in there too, because that will be a really cute place for them. Like all my little fantasy creatures that are tinies that I don't want to go in my tiny house, because they're, you know, more fantasy. I want to try to make one diorama for them and put that. I'll kind of show you guys where I'm thinking. But I know I'm saying a lot in this video. I'm sorry. I keep catching myself and I hate it. But this is really informal. This is a really informal video that I wanted to show you guys. So this is Remy and Wesley. And down here we've got the cream soda doll that I won. The Nola Sprite. She's there. Again, she will need to go in the fantasy diorama if I can figure that out. I had something planned for it, but I get these ideas to do things and then I totally lose all motivation to do them. I ordered a Hobbit door from a guy that I know, and I don't know that something happened with that order. It fell through, but anyway, I need like a nice Hobbit door, and I want to build like a little Hobbit hole for all these things. But anyway, my trinket box Kimmy is up here. So I kind of crammed her in, but I like this shelf because this shelf, I had a video about when I put this shelf up, but this shelf is right beside my work computer. So like when I work, I sit here and I can see all these dolls while I work. And I kind of love that because it's just nice to be looking at something that you really love while you're working. So that's where they are. And now these are not dolls from Modern Doll, but I just wanted to show you. I had to put my Mini Dollfie Dreams, my Mochi Ashi. I keep saying it wrong. It is Mochi, not Moki, but I said Moki for so long, it's hard for me to remember that it's Mochi Ashi. I've got my Mochi Ashi girl here, my Mini Dollfie Dream Lillaroo, and my Isla Dolls Kiwi. And there's Chitose ready to slap the taste right out of your mouth if you have anything to say to her. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I was able to adopt her. And I got my Toby Froud guy here. I think I'm just going to call him Toby from now on. That's going to be his name because, I mean, yeah, he looks like a Toby and he was made by Toby. So we'll name him after his father. But anyway, that's what I did with this display as well. So things in a doll room are always a work in progress. You can see Novgorod has an empty space beside her. That is because my Novgorod has shipped from France in July. She's still not here. You know how the postal situation is right now, but hopefully I'll get her sometime soon. So, oh, and my Gia, you guys haven't seen her. I squeezed her in between Kitara and Wee Bitty. And they really make a nice, they're all purple. They've got these purple hues and they make a really nice display together, I feel like. And she's so much smaller compared to them. When I opened her, I didn't realize it because I didn't have one in my hands. But I just love them. I love these dolls. She just did her pre-order and she sold out of all the slots, which is amazing. She was only going to do 35 dolls because, you know, you can only handle so much work at a time. You don't want your quality to suffer for, you know, quantity. So I thought that was really cool that she sold out of those. But anyway, that's how I've reaccommodated things for now. Just because I don't want to sell anything. But, you know, at some point in time, I guess I'm going to have to get rid of some of the bigger dolls if I want to keep adding dolls. I mean, that's the rule, right? You have to get rid of something if you want to keep adding stuff. But for now, this is kind of where it's at. And this is where I put the new dolls from I put my Animators dolls, my Rapunzel up there that I picked up. And I think there's a Merida behind her maybe that I picked up because I cannot pass those up either. I have a problem. When I see them at a thrift store, I cannot leave them behind. I must have them. So they keep coming too and they're pretty big. So I'm going to probably have to stop buying those. But I don't want to because I love that top shelf. It's just my happy Disney childhood kind of shelf. And I just really love it. And then I've got my tonners there. But anyway, I just wanted to make a quick update to show you guys how I put that stuff. Oh, talking about the diorama really quickly. So this is where my light box has been, and I've decided to take my light box out and not leave it set up permanently because it is collapsible. So I'm thinking here, I've got my diorama from Shira for my MSDs, but I'm thinking to put here like a diorama for the fairy girls or the fairy girls and boys. from Rose BB Flockling, and then Cream Soda, and then any other fantasy little creatures that I have, my Mosslings. I would love for them to have a really cute outdoorsy Hobbit hole type Shire sort of diorama. So if you know of any good recommendations of people that sell like kits for that, because I'd like to make it myself. I think it would be like a fun process for me to do. Let me know in the comments below. You see Littlefoot there. That was my brother's Littlefoot, but he's not sentimental like me, so he's here right now. Gotta find somewhere for him too. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this super informal video. I hope you enjoyed it, even though, you know, it was totally informal. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons from Patreon: Lindsay S., Leah W., Doreen Z., Janice H., Mercedes W., Cindy K., Bear Sunflower, Diane B., Kelly L., Cindy L., Susie W., Krista R., Victory Run, Shorna R., and Shira Star Hobby. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue bringing you great dolly content. For more information on how you can become a supporter of this channel, please check the link in the description box. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.